Hello everyone. My name is Dave Arzate. I'm here for another batch of a really simple deck called. I'm going to showcase to you the Battling Boxer deck profile, since I think a Battling Boxer. This is actually one of my other types of deck, which is basically kind of consistent and kind of very easy. Since I feel like this is kind of like one of the easiest decks. I think it could be easy if as long as you understand them, which is they're all basic of Battling Boxers, which is another one of my archetypes that were on this Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. And since that was the show I really watched the most. And now I feel a little excited to see these new supporters. And there's going to be new cards that are probably going to be added into the upcoming maze of millennia, since there's going to be more cards that will fit in Batman Boxer. But this is just a showcase, and I'll showcase it at some point. I will make an update video about that as well, to the new cards I added. So now for the first off, let's add the 3 Battling Boxer promoters. Well, this one is actually a new one because this card can be only used because if their opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon then you can tribute this card to the graveyard to special summon two Battling Boxers are actually in my deck. Which normally I would do is tribute this one to the graveyard, which pretends to be the graveyard, to special summon these cards to the graveyard. That's good at the combo. And also you can banish this card from the graveyard. Then it can increase all Battling Boxer monsters you control by 1. But unfortunately, it locks into Battling Boxers. Then I have Uppercutter, which is added. This is another new support. If this card is normal or special summon, then add 1 Battling Boxer or 1 counter trap card. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can activate one of those effects. So this adds more consistency for more special summoning, or you can set a counter trap card. This adds more consistency if it's used by the overlay unit. So like if it's used by overlay unit. Then this one is Chief Second, which this card can allows you to do another additional normal summon one Battling Boxer in addition to your normal set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. While you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, negate the attack. Then banish 1 monster on until the end phase. Not bad. Next up, I have two Shadow Battling Boxer Twin Shadow. This one can be used as an extender as long as you detach a material from a Battling Boxer Xyz monster you control. Then you can special summon this card from your hand. This will add more consistency, but also it can be used to remove some overlay units. So like, let's say for example, if this has 2, and if this card is in my hand, I can remove 1 overlay unit and send it to the graveyard. Then it could be special summoned. This one can gain 800 attack points for each overlay unit it loses. This, which is more consistency, these two can rely on just for the combo. Next, I have 3 Sprawler, and this one is another good extender. Well, it's a good extender if it's in your. This is a good extender because if you control a Battling Boxer monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. But then, if you do, you cannot conduct your battle phase for the rest of this turn, which is maybe a little drawback for you if you go second. But if you go first, there's not a problem because you don't attack first. Then I have Veil, 3 Veil, just for another special summon, because when you take battle damage, you can special summon this card, and if you do, gain attack points equal to the damage you took. This is something for another extender play, and then another one, because this will be another extender just in case you just to replace the monster that was destroyed, and you also gain life points as long as you take battle damage. See when I told you that this deck is actually very sort of easy, because some of the effects are actually very normal, or they're just simple. Next, so we have 3 Battling Boxer Headgear, Headgear will have this card. If this card is normal summon, you can send one Battlin Boxer from your deck to the graveyard. And for the first time, this attack would be destroyed by battle each turn. It's not destroyed, so it's gonna have something like that. Next, we have I have one Glass Jaw. I mean, that's another one. That's actually kind of good. Next up, I have last one. I have 3 Battling Boxer Switch Hitter, which is, can you use this effect right here? Because if this card is normal summon, you can target one Battling Boxer in your graveyard, special summon it, but also you cannot special summon any monsters for the rest of the turn, Battling Boxer. So, I mean, the monsters are here just very more consistent, and they're very much so. Next, now for the spells. I put 3 Battling Boxer Spirits. Battling Boxer Spirits, it says, at the cost of sending the top card from your deck to the graveyard, then you can target one Battling Boxer monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in face-up defense position. So this will just bring back any Battling Boxer monster, but at the cost of sending the top card from your deck to the graveyard, which is more consistent of resummoning more level 4 just for more Xyz play. Next up, I have 2 7 Force. 7 Force will have, during the battle phase of the monster, if a monster destroys a battle or card effect, target one Xyz monster in your graveyard. Special summon one Xyz with the same type but 1 rank higher. And if you do, attach that monster to it as material. And you can add 1 7 or Barbarian spell or trap, or 1 rank up magic quick play spell, which is more consistently. I should have added more rank up magic quick chaos, but I didn't have it yet. So next up, I have 2 Mystical Space Itoon. I know I may not be like the pro deck or anything, but this is just like a little simple deck, because like this is something I play consistently for a fun deck. And in the case if I want to teach players how to play this deck, these ones will actually do. Just target a card and then destroy it. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Remove all spells and traps. 1 Monster Reborn. And I think that's it for the spells. Then let's head towards the trap. I got 2 Battling Boxer Cross Counter, which is a really new support for them, because this card, when your opponent activates a monster effect, destroy 1 Battling Boxer or 1 number of Xyz monster you control, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy that monster. Then you can apply the following effect. Special summon a Battling Boxer Xyz monster from your extra deck with a different name than the first monster, and if you do, attach this card to it as material. This will do for special summoning and other things. Next, I will have Jolt Counter. Jolt Counter is just for not as long as during the battle phase when a spell, trap card, or a monster effect is active while you control a Battling Boxer, negate the activation. If you do, destroy the card. This is something just for another staple play. Next up, I have 2 Last Counters, which I kind of want to make weak a little consistent. I thought there'd be a little more consistency. And then, last not least, I have Tools of the Bandit, just for negation of a trap card, and a Battlin Trap Hole, just to banish a monster with 15. I think that'd be it. That's it for the traps. Now let's go on my extra deck, which apparently it's not really that finished, but it's just really focusing on just the Battling Boxer archetype, which is really consistent. 3 Battling Boxer Lead Yoke. I think that this one's actually my boss monster. Well, it just relies on it, because it's a Battling Boxer you control that would be destroyed by battle card effect. You can attach 1 material from this card instead of destroying one of those monsters. And if the material is detached from this card, it gains 800 attack points. And since if you remove all of them, it gains a 3,800 attack point boost, which is actually high, pretty high. Next, I have the new King Dempsey, which is really best at it. You can take. Damn, this is a lot. And this is a new support. I think this is King Dempsey. Next up, I have the two overlay units of the common Cestus and this one for an upgraded one, as long as I have the Chaos Exceed summon. And then I also have two of each of. Then lastly, I have two of these each of the Battling Boxer support and the Chaos 79. Well, that's it for my Battling Boxer deck. I hope you have a really good day, and thank you for tuning in.